Come along with us as we see some trains.
We were pretty excited to see that this was the Tropicana juice train coming up out of Bradenton, Florida. They produce millions of gallons of orange juice a year and handle billions of oranges between multiple plants. The train goes through Tampa and on up through Waycross and eventually to Ohio and Jersey City, where it's bottled. So it's being sent in bulk, and then on the return trip back, the cars are used to haul dry or refrigerated freight from the Northeast, and that way it makes use of the return cars not going empty. Historically, there was a Minute Maid juice plant owned by Coca-Cola over in Dunedin, Florida, just west of here. And at one time, it was on the rail line, but that railroad has since been turned into the Pinellas bike path. They made the frozen concentrate orange juice, and once the railroad was closed, they had to truck the juice over. They have since closed that and consolidated in with another plant.
So far, it looks like about half of this train was the Tropicana. I think there was a lot of empty cars. And I'm not sure what these cars are hauling either. It may be empty also.
Pretty long train.
Very long.
We're on Adamo Drive, right?
Right.
Just down past the CSX offices.
Yeah, with the west, actually the west to the CSX yard.
The Tropicana juice train will continue on the S line north of here up to Baldwin. Baldwin is west of Jacksonville, and that's where it will switch over to the A line and continue on its journey to New Jersey. The train has come to an absolute crawl.
It's probably, it's so long, it's going into the yard now, and that's probably why it's so slow.
Yes. We're here today south of the Yman Yard waiting to see a train. We are parked along 78 beside 6 Mile Creek. This is a railroad crossing with 4 tracks. There is no crossing guard. It says Southeast Sulphur Springs 78th Street. So we have shot some video from the Orient Road Bridge in the past. You can see trains on either side. If you're facing west, you can see the eastern half of Yman Yard, and it's pretty amazing how many trains there are stacked up, especially this time of year as we are getting closer to Christmas. So it will be great when the bridge reopens, and even though it's just a short-lived experience going across, because you can't stay there very long, you have to keep moving, it is pretty cool to get to see all the trains, and hopefully you'll get to see one in action if you cross over that bridge.
we are going west on Adamo Drive, and over to your right is the bridge that the train just crossed. There's another bridge farther north. That's the one the Amtrak comes across daily. We're coming up on an intersection that is closed. The Orient Bridge should reopen by January 4th, 2026. When the bridge is open, you can see the eastern side of Yman Yard. But there's no stopping or standing allowed on the bridge. It would be great to have a viewing platform so visitors could enjoy watching the trains safely. We'll take you now to see a Google Earth view of the 78th Street train crossing where we just were. Then we'll do a flyover of the Yman Yard all the way to the intersection where we videoed the Tropicana juice train. Our position is facing west toward downtown Tampa. And on the compass, north will be on your right. This is a classification and staging yard for CSX handling both mixed freight and intermodal cars. The adjacent Usita Yard is also part of the overall train yard. You can see the northern edge of the yard if you are on the Amtrak train going into Tampa from Lakeland on the A line. But here, we're following the S line all the way to where it turns and heads south. Eventually, it joins the Palmetto subdivision going into Bradenton. The juice train goes from here up to Waycross, Georgia, and we've seen several Tropicana cars up there before. This is the intersection where we saw the juice train today, along Adamo Drive. Here we are on the Amtrak train crossing over 6 Mile Creek on the bridge. This line runs north of the Yman Yard. We are on the A line heading west into Tampa, and upcoming on our left will be the Usita Rail Yard that is part of the CSX yard to the south. Just ahead, look closely and you'll be able to see quite a lot of intermodal freight. Sorry our train window isn't very clear. Earlier we told you about the S line that runs north and south, connecting Tampa to Wildwood. But the line we are on now runs east-west, and connects Tampa and Lakeland. Trains from the S line can switch to the Lakeland subdivision in Plant City in order to reach Winston Yard, which will show the north entrance next.
This is Winston Yard in Lakeland. It's a private entrance for employees only.
This is the diamond in Plant City where both the A line and S lines cross. We'll take you on the Amtrak train going through Plant City, heading west, and you'll see a view, once again, out of the southern facing window. Thanks for watching, and until next time, as always, may God bless you, and take care.
Here is the train viewing station, the tower in Plant City.